and friends. Welcome Vice President of the Roseville Joint Union High School District Board of Trustees, Mrs. Paige Stouse. Welcome Roseville Joint Union High School District Executive Director of Personnel Services, Mr. Brad Basham. And Executive Director of Business Services, Mr. Joseph Landon. Before we begin, I'd like to recognize the graduates wearing silver cowls. The silver cowl is an honor the Roseville Joint Union High School District bestows on the graduates who have earned a cumulative grade point average of 3.76 or higher. The class of 2015 has earned 110 silver cowls. Will all the seniors wearing silver cowls please stand and be recognized? Thank you. In addition, we have graduates wearing black cords. These graduates have a minimum GPA of 3.31 and have served in an honorary capacity with a club or service group. These groups include National Honor Society, California Scholarship Federation, Student Government, and National Speech and Debate. Will all students wearing black cords please stand and be recognized? Thank you. The class of 2015 is one of the more unique classes in my tenure as principal of Woodcreek High School, although they've had many of the same accomplishments as previous graduating classes. For example, the 969 number of AP exams taken during their senior year is on par with previous years. The number of academic merit award winners is 219, two above the previous school record. So you guys set a new school record with that. Many have earned entry into top universities, Cal Berkeley, BYU, UCLA, so that's very common with other classes. There are also a plethora, I always wanted to use that word in a speech, of athletic accomplishment scholarship athletes. For example, our internet sensation full ride basketball scholarship winner, Noah Blackwell. And a host of other student athletes that are receiving some financial support to compete at the next level. If you are a graduate who received an athletic scholarship of some kind, please stand. Come on, there you go. Congratulations. Now, thank you. Now, the class of 2015 veers from the norm a bit in their ability to take the road less traveled. In the famous poem by Robert Frost, he talks about two roads diverging in a forest and the temptation to travel the one that is greener and less worn. On the surface, literally, it looks nicer. The reality is, it's greener because less people have gone that way. The class of 2015 can be characterized by making different choices, taking different paths. They moved the location of their senior ball for the first time. They decided to go to Disneyland rather than cruise San Francisco Bay. But not yet. They were the first class of juniors in a decade to not take the STAR exam. And you can tell they were very disappointed by that. They had a lacrosse player, Andrew Horvath, that decided to take the AP Physics C exam without ever taking the class. He would prepare on his own. The class of 2015 had three performing art standouts in Demarie Agreda, Luke Donahue, and Zoe Mao. And I'm not sure you'd guess if I put them side by side who was the drummer, who was the leading man, and who was the exceptional dancer. They had a basketball game commentator in Jake Truscott that had never gone to a high school basketball game and yet became one of the best high school basketball commentators in the country. Yes, that is true. I wondered how or why the class of 2015 had their own peculiar nature, and the answer came while I was attending our musical this year, Seussical the Musical. There was a line where the mayor and his wife are lamenting the defiance of JoJo. The mayor's wife says, "We don't mean to scold you. We love you. Oh yes, dear. But couldn't you try thinking just a little bit less, dear?" At that point, I was quite pleased because I thought, great, we've done our job. The class of 2015 is simply exercising their right to think. Now, some of their thinking might have been somewhat questionable. For example, the odd craze in the cafeteria that had these clackers from the 1970s come back, and no, I'm not even going to try doing them. I'll hurt somebody up here. Well, at least with a few of our students, it became a craze. There was also the seniors competition that had the administration team involved. These were seniors who dressed like the admin team, and I can't figure out why that team didn't win. They should have. So as you venture down your own unique path, remember the sage advice found in a song from Seussical. It's called How Lucky You Are. When your life's going wrong, when the fates are unkind, when you're limping along and you get kicked from behind, tell yourself how lucky you are. Why decry a cloudy sky, an empty purse, a crazy universe? My philosophy is simply, things could be worse. So be happy you're here. Think of life as a thrill. I can say with great confidence the class of 2015 has been living life as a thrill. Keep doing so. I believe the class of 2015 has the capacity to do great things out in the world. You've been prepared by supportive parents, a hardworking staff here at Woodcreek High School, and an engaged community. When things get tough out there, because they will, remember how lucky you are. You've made it this far, and it's taken hard work to get you here. In closing, I borrowed a stanza from Robert Frost's The Road Less Traveled. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Class of 2015, keep choosing your own path, and you can make all the difference. The faculty and staff of Woodcreek High School wishes you the very best in all your future endeavors. We believe if you're true to yourselves and apply the lessons learned while at Woodcreek High School, you'll go as far as your dreams can take you. Congratulations, class of 2015.